According to the Urban Diction, the definition of a boss lady is a woman who can accomplish all tasks while remaining beautiful, a good looking woman in a commanding position in business. Simply put, a woman who gets life done. Fixer, creator, influencer, fearless and fierce, a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, a friend, a role model, an advocate, a boss lady. These are just some of the words used to describe the CEO and founder of MBL International Group, Mrs. Barkue Tubman Zawolo, simply known as Baku. She started Miss Boss Lady Entertainment in 2002 after a successful tenure as a business executive in the United States. In 2008, the company rebranded as MBL International Group, a creative and experiential agency that specializes in strategic partnerships, brand and PR strategy, and physical and virtual events production. She now uses her leadership experience, global network of connections, and entrepreneurial drive to bring Africa into the global spotlight through advocacy, partnerships, and outreach. Her strong connections in Africa and the West, plus her commitment to excellence, have positioned NBL as one of the most sought after experiential and branding agencies in West Africa. NBL's long list of clients includes former President of Liberia and Africa's first elected female head of state, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Delta Airlines, Conservation International, Shea Moisture, BET's founder Bob Johnson's RLJ Group of Companies, Akon, and Outcast, to name a few. They have also collaborated with Essence Magazine, Essence Ventures, Ghana Government's The Year of the Return, the Government of Sweden, and more. Outside of the office, Baku loves spending time with her husband and her amazing triplets, as well as traveling and discovering Africa's luxury brand.
So thank you so much for agreeing to for being bully
Of course.
into
Of
doing this.
course.
I love talking to you off camera, and let me say this again: I couldn't have had a better person on to kick off 2021. So, if you say, last year I had all the people on, but I was waiting. I kept like looking at my schedule and like, okay, what would go good with Baku? What would go good with Baku? And of course, this is like an awesome time to have Miss Boss Lady on. So, we're kicking off the 2021 and coming up with you. So thank
Amen. I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't mind me. I gotta keep listening. Sometimes you gotta take the seat at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And for those of you who do not know who this young lady is, I don't know where you've been, but let me just give some words out. Fixer, creator, influencer, sister, daughter, mother, wife, friend, role model, but boss lady. And I was looking for like a good definition of what a boss lady is. And I just had to take one from the Urban Dictionary. This is a woman who can accomplish all tasks while remaining beautiful, a good looking woman in a assertive position in business, a woman who is successful without aid of others, although others may help to make things more convenient. Boss lady, and this is a true definition of who Baku is. So if
Oh
you
wow.
hide under a rock and you don't know, you never heard the first name, Baku, that's who she is. Okay, the CEO and founder of MBL. She hired me before, just to let you all know.
I tried, but
She
she was
hired me,
good. Don't. We
and,
we we
and
we
she
work
dealt
too
with all the
collaborative.
craziness, all of it. So we're gonna add that to her title too, someone who can deal with the craziness. But Baku, yeah, we can read so much about you, but the one thing I wanted to start off with was just about like your childhood. What you're doing now, is that something that you saw, you wanted to do when you were little? Was that something that maybe you kind of just fell into? So we want to go back to little Baku.
So little, I think little Barkue, if you ask my mom, my dad, my older siblings, the walkie-talkie is in the back. I'm gonna have to turn it off. If you ask them, hold on. Sorry guys, let me turn it off.
No, let it. They'll be okay, because this is a mother of three. She has three.
No. But this is outside. Okay. Oh, sorry. I don't want to disturb your show. So if you ask my parents and my aunts and uncles and my older siblings and people that know me, when I was younger, I think I've always been bold. I think I've always been loud. I think I've always not been afraid, even when I was afraid. I think I've just always been outspoken. I've always been compassionate. I think everything that I was then is exactly who I am now, but with a lot more experience. So at a very young age, my mother put us in a lot of creative arts programs, music, dance, drama. Went to Martinez Music School, went to Miss Camp Ballet class. All this is here in Liberia before we even went to the States. So I'm not surprised that I ended up in the entertainment industry. And I don't think I'm surprised that I am where I am in terms of branding, events, being able to pull things together, help people realize their dreams, through my brand strategies and consultancies and the events that I do. And of course, I call myself, I'm here for all the boss ladies and the boss girls. I'm their champion. And I think on one hand, when I think about it, I have always been positioned. God has always positioned me to take steps, even though they seemed scary. So I guess it was sort of by design, although I don't think I planned it, but what happened before sort of, I guess, prepared me. God, that's what God was doing. And then I'm here. So, I receive it, etc.
And thank you, God, and thank you, your mama, for actually thank you, God, and thank you, your mama, for actually putting you in that position. Because I always, sometimes I look at people and I'm like, there are just certain people who are born to do certain things. And you were born to do, that space you're in, you were born to do it. That's your area, you excel at it. And I have to throw in there, upon me moving to Liberia, you're someone who I honestly, I look up to. I'm not that far in age, but I'm not that far in age behind.
I appreciate that.
I do look up to you. I just kind of watch how you work. You're very hardworking, and you do it with a smile. Even when you're upset, it's still like Baku is like moving. She just, and I like that style of working. So to see a young woman back in Liberia, which brings me to that conversation. You moved back home. What you were one of the troopers who, after the war, you decided to move. How long you been back home, Baku?
You know what's so crazy? First of all, I want to go back and tell you that whole statement that you just said just sort of confirms and reaffirms, all that I need to hear in this particular moment right now with, being where I am. And so I appreciate that, because I think God is really finding my little angels to really just remind me who I am. Because I think COVID sort of did certain things to all of us, and we're having to navigate new ways, or elevate old ways, or whatever, however you see it. So I appreciate that, and I've always appreciated working with you. I've been back in Liberia now. It's so funny. I keep telling people 10 years, 11 years, but I'm like, shit, I've been back here for almost 15 years. It's like, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I've been back for 10, and when I got there, you were there. You were already there.
Yeah, but there are people that came before me that I felt like why they came before me. Bidu was here before me, and so I also just was at a different place. So girl, I was younger. I had more energy. I still have a ton of energy now, but I had more tolerance. Let me say that. I had more tolerance. I I was willing to sacrifice more or to settle, for more in return for building. Now I'm in a different place. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I did it. I guess it has been about 15. Woo, child.
Years, yeah. And you're also one of the trailblazer who came to Liberia and really helped the entertainment industry, because usually, I mean, before I came to Liberia, Liberia was not a place that I thought about entertainment. But coming and seeing people like you, people like Cypher, Blue, Hazam, doing their thing and helping.
Double H.
Yeah, Double H, helping to build the industry. Now that you guys have pretty much created a footprint, like a blueprint for that industry, what advice would you have for young people who are trying to come to Liberia and do that?
Woo! To come to Liberia to do entertainment. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, I will say that if you feel it in your gut and it is what you want to do, do it. Definitely do your homework, because what works for me may not necessarily work for you. I think as a Liberian, the one thing I do say to people is, as Liberians, whether you were born here, whether you live here, whether you're in the diaspora, your family has some sort of connection to here, and Liberia has been through a lot, so we all have a different relationship with Liberia. I have a different relationship with Liberia, so when I came, my relationship with Liberia was in a good place. I was, I was ready to love to Liberia. I mean, that's where we were. We got married. Things got a little, shaky. But so it depends. But do your homework. I actually came to Liberia. I used to come to Liberia when it was holidays. Coming to Liberia when it's holidays is great. Everybody wants to have a good time. But coming to Liberia when people have to work every day, it's a little bit different. So I actually had the ability and the luxury of being able to come, at I think it was in March or something, when, it wasn't good times. Mm-hmm. It wasn't all about the good times. I wanted to experience what it was. I wanted to see, could I really survive that part of it? Was I really just looking to come to Liberia because I had fun when I came? And then also, understanding, what did I want to do when I came? And so my advice to young people, or anybody for that matter, looking to do anything in entertainment in Liberia, the first thing I would say is the entertainment has grown tremendously. I'm super impressed and proud of the people that are in the industry, still pushing. I see the music getting better and better and better and better. So all of those who started before and may not, get the glory, trust me, this is your backs and your hard work that they're standing on. You just have to be smart on how you navigate and maximize the space at this point. And I would just say, understand what you're coming to do, but also understand the country that you're coming to. And, manage your expectations in terms of what entertainment looks like in a country like Liberia in 2020. Don't think entertainment is going to look like what in Liberia in 2020, what it looks like in Nigeria in 2020, or in Ghana. Ghana even started, we can see the growth. Yeah. We see events getting better. Listen, at one point, I don't care what anybody says, I was the event planner of the country. I had to build an industry where people understood that they needed an event planner. I remember people saying, when people sat in meetings to say, oh, let's hire Barkue. Oh, but she can throw party. I'm a second throw party.
It's not us.
Million dumped down everything. But you don't let those things deter you. You have to focus on your goal and understand that, don't come to Liberia thinking you are better than the people on the ground.
Amen.
These people, including myself, have been here. We've struggled. We've gone through the trenches. Because we did those things is why you now see Liberia as an attractive place to even come and start. Don't ever disrespect the people on the ground. Right. Don't think you're traveled. Don't think you're more educated. Don't think you're more exposed. Because I can tell you, the way America works is not how Liberia works. And you have to know how to take that experience or know-how or knowledge of where you would like to see Liberia and merge it with what the people on the ground know on how to move Liberia. It's how if we can get together collectively, it's how, honestly, if you come with that mindset, I promise you, you'll be okay.
Amen.
That's my advice.
No, and that's a great advice, because as you were talking, I was like, yeah, people who come here and they honestly think that, they know more, you need to connect with the people who are on the ground. I mean, we're talking to Baku. This is not just the girl who can play in party. If I start reading some of your clientele, your list, you of course work with one of our sheroes, Nobel Prize winner, president, previous president, Madame
They
Salim.
will beat you.
That beat me. No, but I mean, to have somebody like a Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as one of your clients, to work with a Delta Airlines, to work with, of course, Shea Muster, to work with BET, to work with stars like Outkast and Akon. Nobody should just enter Liberia thinking, you know what, I know everything. Talk to the people on the ground, and we having a nice conversation. Just how you see Baku talking here, that's how she is. She's very approachable. But also know that this is her profession. So when you're talking to her, know that this is a professional service that she could offer you. She
Don't invite me talking about hi.
Hi, and poking. And the books. So yeah, take advantage. This is what we're doing, this conversation. Yes, this is the free advice. This is a free, valuable advice, but call the people on the ground, have a conversation with them. They provide professional services because they have the experience. They have laid down the work. They have, or we have, I should say, let me throw myself in there since I've been there for 10
Put
years.
Put yourself in there. Absolutely put yourself there.
Yeah. So when you're calling me with your one line question, just know when I say you're back, my response with 4 lines is a service that I'm offering. Okay. So now, 2020, Baku. 2020 was a year. However, as much as we complain about 2020 and we just complained about 2020, one of the things that I did notice was that you were not one of the people who were just like, this thing is just suck. We just need to shut this whole year down and just go home and let everybody cry and wait for the year to be over. How did you get through 2020 to have such a positive, to look at it, to have a silver lining about the whole year coming into 2021? What was 2020?
By the grace of the Almighty God, first and foremost, I spent so much time, one-on-one, quiet time with God. I think I spent majority of the latter part of 2020 looking for God, wanting to hear God, sitting on the floor. I tell this story all the time because my mornings start at 5 o'clock, 5:30. I am on the floor in my closet. I get low, humble myself because all I want to do is hear from God. But I also am very clear, Matu, that God doesn't make mistakes. So as horrible as 2020 has been for all of us in different ways, is as much of an opportunity I saw that 2020 had to offer. So I think, the one thing that for me was really important is as challenging and as trying as 2020 was as much opportunity that was there as well. So it's all about perspective. It's all about how you look at where you wanted to be and how you saw yourself. It doesn't mean that it was easy to wake up every day. It doesn't mean that, you're supposed to smile through losing loved ones. It doesn't mean the LEC went, the generator switch. I was, that's why I hate to use my iPad. So I was like, let me get on my phone so I can just be on what you call it. But I'm sorry, everybody. So what I was saying
is okay. Don't mention that LEC people.
Oh, I know. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. I know that's a sore spot for you. I'm sorry. It's 2021. We are no longer. See, you got a relationship with LEC like I got a relationship with Liberia right now.
Love hate.
Oh God. Anyway, so what I was saying was basically, as hard as it was, I just saw so much opportunity in 2020. Like for me, and it's been challenging. It was challenging in my personal life. It was challenging in my marriage. It was just challenging. But like ultimately, when I see, almost like if I didn't go through some of those challenges, I wouldn't be in the great place that I find myself with my marriage, with, a lot of things that are happening right now. And crazy things were happening. People's families were dying. They couldn't be with them. People were giving birth. They couldn't be with them. Healthcare work. I mean, the world was just so confused. And I honestly felt that, yes, I know the science was there, but I felt that there was something spiritual happening. And I knew that this was a moment that God wanted me to shut up, sit down, listen before I move. And that's exactly what I did. And hence I saw the opportunity, and I didn't woe with me. Do I think certain, did I hope, or do I hope certain things would have been better, or, my business was affected? Absolutely. I hoped it was better, but I also recognized the why in 2020. And for me, that keeps me motivated.
Yeah. And with all of that positivity, even though you've always been a champion for women and girls, I always say, we have to create that Black girl magic. And I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, Black women, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in America, Black women has really suffered. We're the ones that have really, really suffered. However, within the past like 10, 15 years, I mean, we've just taken control. We've created our community of Black girl magic. We are celebrating Black girl magic. And one of the things you did last year was to create conversations with Boss Lady, which, I was on.
Yes, you were. Because you are a boss lady now. Don't get it twisted.
So, and I'm like, through all of this, like you said, a time last year for us to honestly just kind of sit back and say, let me look at my life. Let me look at what I can do. Conversations with Boss Lady. Please, please, please tell us about it for the same people there who actually didn't know. For the one who don't know.
For the one who don't know. So Conversations with Boss Lady was something that was birthed out of, obviously, it was a pandemic business, or a pandemic initiative. We all were told to stay at home. I have young children. I was paranoid AF. Um, and as much as I love my family, I love the nanny. I love my children. I got tired of talking to them. I was like, I cannot be the only one going crazy around here. I need to figure out what my tribe of boss ladies are doing. These beautiful Black girl magic, creating these stories. I just want to talk to them honestly about, professional women who are used to just hitting the pavement, making shit happen, doing stuff. By the way, I speak a lot of French. If you're offended, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so I was actually, funniest thing, I was on the phone. I was on a Zoom sort of hangout with three of my girlfriends. I think it was like Charlene, Uche was on there, Helen, and I was like, I want to do something like where I can really just connect, with women, and hung up the phone. So basically, I honestly just really wanted to connect with other professional women, boss ladies, in Africa, in America. And I have a network of women that I also look up to, that I just respect. I wanted to connect with them. I wanted to not only connect with them for me, to hear what they were going through. I wanted to create a safe space where, they felt like they could also be honest about what they were going through, but also learn what they were doing in terms of work, where work was taking them, and how we can all connect, and how I can connect them with my network, and my network could connect with them for hopeful collaborations. I see a lot of people now follow other people. I know there were many days on those calls that I had my notepads taking notes, because there were so many lessons learned, and we had some amazing guests, boss ladies from all over Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, you being one of them. And women just doing amazing things. And so, ultimately, Conversations with Boss Lady sort of kept me going during COVID. It really fueled my soul. It really allowed me to connect with women. It really allowed me to understand that, everybody comes from somewhere and is trying to get somewhere, and everybody has their own set of struggle. You can't look at people with where they are. It's, you have to look at them from, from what they're doing, and see how they're navigating it. And that was something that for me, helped me actually develop, what's now become the Boss Lady Effect Summit and Awards that's coming up in 2021.
You have a date? That's what I have.
So I will have a they, the date, it's going to be the end of February 2021. So I am, and the reason I can't say the exact date is because it's going to be airing on a specific platform that I'm super excited about, but I want to make a special announcement. It's a very huge, reputable, iconic platform. And, I actually we should confirm when the date will actually be airing. But, as you can see, there's some of the boss ladies that we'll be connecting with through the different panels. And Kara Sabin, who's the CEO of Sundial Shea Moisture, Wade Powell,
Wade
CEO
Powell.
of Stream Oil and Gas.
I know her.
Jocelyn Dumas has, a famous Ghanaian actress, international actress. Valerie Obaz has R&R Luxury Products. Sidra Smith, who is the executive producer of Essence Studios. We're confirming, our Pigma, and and so many. It's a combination. It is a purposeful, intentional platform that not only that allows us to lead, learn, connect, and celebrate each other, but it's also a platform that really allows it to be a catalyst for bridging that gap between Africa and women in the diaspora as well.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. But Barkue, let me tell you. So, conversation with Boss Lady, the one person that I truly enjoy. I love all the ladies.
I know everybody has their favorites. So I know it's me, but it's okay. Aside from me,
yeah, besides you, the person that Stacy. Is Stacy?
Oh my God, Stacy J. Johnson. So she's also going to be on the summit. Yeah, she is a mess.
Oh my God, I follow her.
And you see, that's really who she is.
Yeah, and
I
truly enjoy listening to her. She was awesome, guys. If you're not like following her, I'm trying to find her Instagram handle.
It's Stacy STACII JAE Johnson. She is a love expert, a relationship guru. She is as honest as it's going to get.
Yeah,
whether you're single, whether you're looking for love.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, when I'm watching it, it's not so much because I'm trying to get like love advice. It's just her experience, the way she deals with things,
her honesty.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching. So it's like all of the advice, I'm like, yeah, you can take one or two things here, but it's everything else in that package that comes through. So guys, if you're not following her, Lord Jesus, you need to.
And by the way, all of the conversations with boss ladies are still on my IGTV. I really tried to upload it to YouTube for people that don't have IG, but it just takes too long and I got things to do. So there are some episodes that's there. If you want to be my intern, please send me an email at info@mblent. If you're interested in social media and production, and maybe you can help me work this out and work on other things. So yeah, I'm looking for some good interns.
Yeah, see, I've got that job to learn.
Job to learn.
And
I can tell you, I interned for almost like 8 years before I got my real break in the music business. And when I say intern, I mean real life intern, not Liberian intern. Wait, you can pay my transportation. I might have gotten some dinners.
Baku. So I was trying to get some questions before, the show. I talked to a couple of young people, just trying to we always want young people to come to Liberia. We like the recruitment team is like, come. And they're always like,
I'm not recruiting anybody right now. I'm just trying to let y'all know. I'm very honest. Me and Liberia are, we having issues in our relationship right now.
Don't kind of no. But prepare yourself that Liberia is a survivor. So
don't let me say it. Where they churn in, boy? They holla there.
People are like, why did you? Because right now I'm in the U.S. I came for a vacation. Everyone is like, so you jump from the pot to the fire. And it's so strange being here. I'm in the DC area. I'm in Maryland right now, but I actually
it's crazy there right now.
Yeah, this is the area that I actually grew up in. I went to DC the other day just to see, even though you hear it, and the place looked like a ghost town. Wow. It reminded me of the movie Will Smith, I Am Legend. Like you come outside, there's like nothing happening. There were a few restaurants that were open, but it was sitting outside. So we went to one of the restaurants and sat outside. And I'm like, it's cold out here. We really need, but it was just to get out of the house because, you know, I've been in the house the entire time I've been here on the phone, on Zoom. But I'm like, I have to get out. I just have to get out. But and while I'm talking about that, guys, you have to be safe. You know, my speech is I hope everybody's doing their part to stop the spread of corona. So wear your doggone mask, wash your hands, and wash your damn distance. It's real.
There you go.
It's real. Yeah, I've heard about since I've been here for about 3 weeks, and I've heard like close family members who have died from corona.
Yeah,
it's real.
It's true. And then you're just sort of, you're stuck. You can't even really, you know, you can't be with them. It's weird. You almost don't even know what to do, you know, because usually when somebody close passes away, you actually know, you know, you can go sympathize, you know, but now it's just weird, you know, it's just, it's very, 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 very strange, you know. So yeah, you know, but so listen, if you're young, Liberia, you know, come and enjoy yourself. Come start learning the lay of the land. That's what I would tell you. You know, there are some young, amazing people in Liberia, especially in Matu's area, the SME space. You know, they are changing the entrepreneurship game. I mean, that is some of the things, those are some of the things that encourage the crap out of me. Y'all not easy. I mean, you're stepping it up. So I am motivated by watching y'all. And, you know, and there's still challenges, but you guys are not letting the challenge, you know, define, you know, whether you're going to be here or you're not going to be here. You're making the ish happen. And I am. So yeah, seriously.
Yeah, the MSMEs, as I say, the micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. You guys are doing your thing. And this year, you know, like I said, last year, I just realized again there was a time for me to kind of sit back and say, hey, look, it happened. You need to be prepared and no hold bars next year. So this year, and I hope, because one of the questions that I got for you, Barkue, was about new artists. How do they go about finding people to invest in them? And, you know, as I was listening to the question, I'm like, there needs to be some kind of master class. There needs to be, I mean, you know, we really need to start putting these courses or whatever together for a lot of these young people, because they want to do it. A lot of them don't know how to do it. So yeah, that was one of the questions I got. How do you go about, as a young artist, looking for someone to invest in you?
So one thing I would say, it's so funny. When I first came to Liberia, I actually had free classes that I were offering on artist management, artist development. The only people that came was Friday the Cell Phone Man and West Coast Kings back then. That was it. Free. Some of the artists are still around, some of them are not around. I mean, so now, you know, I'm just like, that's when I knew they weren't serious yet, you know. However, let me say this. Stop looking for people to invest in you. You're an artist. There's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's TikTok, there's Snapchat. It's free. Get on there and do what you do. And let me tell you, dope people recognize dope things. So if your ish is dope, like my new favorite, this guy, what's his name? Native. I mean, have you heard that song? Like, oh my God, I do the boss song too. The boss song too fun. Oh, the boss song is the boss song. In fact, I don't even go out, but I may be going to Anglers tomorrow. The one is, you might have to hold me there because I Native will be there. I'm like, dog, I think I want to be there. Native song is so juicy. And now Native has a challenge on social media. And I can tell you, that Liberia radio pushing Native, that not somebody, you know, like maybe somebody said, okay, yeah, like $1 or $2, but I guarantee Native for himself in the studio, somehow, some way, hustled his way to get, you know, being an artist means you're a hustler, even in America. Even in America, the great United States, people aren't just coming and saying, oh, yeah, money, I want you. Why am I investing in an artist? What does that really mean for me? How many artists really make it? You know, people want to be artists and they're just not going to make it. If you notice, there's one Beyonce. How many people on Beyonce level? Not plenty. Now we're talking what in the artist business. Now how looking. So y'all stop looking for investors and y'all start using what is at your disposal. Instead of worrying about how many likes you will get on Facebook for posting, do your song, Do it a cappella. Sing it by yourself. Get your friend there who can harmonize with you. Do your rap. Get an old tune that's there. Record it yourself. Put a video on you. Just like a video on me right now. Get all of y'all get smartphone. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Somebody will discover the dopeness if the dopeness is there. It's just that simple. It is not even rocket science, y'all. The question is, when you start to get discovered, or when you start taking this really seriously, what type of team do you build around you to help you to maximize and grow your brand? That is the question now I want you to ask me. Not investment in you because you think you can sing small, or you think you can rap small, or you think you get small talent. That's not how it works. So that is what I'm saying to you guys. You guys have everything you need. You have it more than the people had, back in the day in Liberia. They didn't have none of this. So y'all stop it. You can't be lazy. Artists are not lazy. Yeah. Artists are not lazy. The successful artists that you see today, the Davidos, the WizKids, the Denj, the Taco Jays, you name it. Stunna, look at other. Stunna put on his own show. He put on a whole concert. Aww. He's building a business off of his brain. I mean, come on. He did it.
But do you think that could be one of the problems because sometimes I notice this, that some of the artists in Liberia, I don't think they realize that what they're doing is a business.
I think a lot of times, sometimes they feel entitled. And listen, I mean, let me say this to them also, Liberia is a tough environment because unfortunately for the creative industry, Liberia is not in the place where it fully supports or understands the value of it yet. And that's okay because I also see it getting better and better and better and better. I mean, I see people in NECAT, unfortunately so much is tied to government, and the entertainment industry. A lot of what happens there falls under MECAT. But now I see people in MECAT who are starting to understand tourism. Tourism, entertainment will fall under tourism, but what does that really mean? So I think, maybe this kid, not kid, is a married man. DJ as a boy called me today. He's like, Barkue, we're having an entertainment dialogue. I really need you to come. I think it's on the 29th. I hope it wasn't supposed to be a secret. I doubt if it was. He was like, because we really have to do something to push this thing through. And I said, who is it? Whose is it? He said, it's mine. I said, of course I would be there. Nice. So you guys reach out to him, DJ as a boy. He's been in the game for a long time on the radio, on TV, and he has not abandoned y'all. He's still there. He's still trying to push the industry forward. There's so many people still doing that, and they want to find a way to push it forward. And listen, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help in the ways that I can help. I'm happy to give advice. I don't know that I would spend my time on a master class because that would require somebody paying me. And I know that you ain't got no money. So let me just help them in the way that I can help them. Jamal Sapon's like, Papa, you got to get on Clubhouse. And I'm like, I'll get on Clubhouse and talk to Liberian artists and then connect them with some of my people because everybody's getting on Clubhouse and it's such a great platform to listen, learn, and take in stuff. So, for me, stop. My advice to you is stop looking for investment and invest in your talent, yourself.
Well, that's some great advice. I hope everybody is listening, paying attention. That was easy enough. But yeah, and sometimes I tell people, I said, young people, I'm like, we see Beyonce on stage, maybe we see the end result. Yeah. But we don't see that young lady who stayed in the studio from 7 in the morning to like 7 the next day, who's going back watching her videos. And that also goes for people in business. The Oprah Winfrey, we don't know her story. And when you start listening to her story, you're like, what? You girl, you and you manage to continue. And there's so many people like that. I mean, those are the people that we know. But we see the end results of these stories. But hard work. And you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn, and you should be paying it forward. I did this, I'm still doing this 12 days of Christmas tips, and it was actually based on talking to people and finding out what they did during the 2020 to survive. And a lot of what they did, that's what people did. People went online. They did it themselves because you really couldn't go anywhere. And then there was so many companies doing so many things for free. And I'm like, how people are not taking advantage of this? I mean, I was on so many Zoom trainings. There sometimes it was so greedy because I'm like, oh no, I got to be on this. I got it on the phone, then I got it on the computer, trying to be greedy with everything. But yeah, we honestly need to start like just looking out there because the free help is everywhere. This is not like the 1990s or the 80s where people were actually selling CDs out of their car. They were begging people to listen to the music. Now you have
exactly
the TikTok, the Instagram. Sometimes I don't want to listen to it, but when I'm on my Instagram, I'm forced to see something, forced to look at it, forced to listen to it. So these platforms are there, and you know, you're absolutely so that was some free advice. That was
no. I mean, this is not even just for music. This is entertainment as well. Sorry, Matu. It's not even just for music. I mean, if you really have some time, I want to encourage you to what Matu's saying. Go check out Oprah's story and what really happened to her before she got to become Oprah. Check out TD Jake's story, you know, and what really happened to him before he became the TD Jakes that you see in front of you. The person that you're like, oh my man, when that pastor looking, you know, Oprah, if I have Oprah kind of money, Beyonce, the level and Jay-Z, the amount of rejection that came before the glory. It's a lot. And sometimes the years, and sometimes they were in their 40s, 50s. Steve Jobs, I mean, what was he, like 60 or, I mean, like, come on, y'all, you gotta do the work. You have to do the work. Please do the work. Don't give up on you. Just know that maybe sometimes you have to pivot, you gotta redirect. You know, unfortunately for you, in terms of entertainment and creative, Liberia is just a really small market. You know, Nigeria can actually sustain its industry. Ghana can sustain their industry. Liberia simply cannot sustain its industry yet. You know, and I put yet there because I believe, you know, good times are coming, you know, for the industry. You know, listen, people can, this is something I'm actually going to say. People can say anything they want to say about our current president, but there is something to be said to the fact that he knows the words to some of your songs.
Yeah.
You know, I wish, the only thing I hope is that, you know, more could be done with that. But there is something to be said to the fact that the president of a whole country know the word to your song. He brings you on stage. He want dance with you. He doing your whole dance. There's something kind of cool about that. You know what I mean? So something's happening. It just needs to all get aligned. And when they can all get aligned, then you will see something. But if it all not aligned, ain't shit gonna happen. And so, you know, alignment comes holistically. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Well, on that note, we're running out of time.
Why? I'm finished yet? No.
Finish.
No. I'm just kidding. You know, talking to you is easy. So it's like, but do you remember when we danced for the people when we did our Shiros?
You know what? Everybody always laughing at me about when I videotape things. I keep it in my phone, and then I wait so long I can't even find it. So I beg you, send it.
I'll find it.
We'll play it. No. Because that's 2020, Barkue. 2020.
2021.
2021, yeah. I keep coming out other year there. 2021. I didn't make no New Year's resolution. I sat down, me and God had our talk. We had our serious talk. And I understand some things that I need to do instead of always going to him and saying, you know, but why you didn't do this? But why you didn't do that? And everybody know me, you know, I'm not really that spiritual person publicly, I would say, but I do have a very personal relationship with God. And we had our talk, and I'm just the way I'm looking at 2021. I mean, I'm like so excited, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. I see what you're doing. I'm learning.
I see what you're doing.
I hope there's some young ladies that I met, and I really hope they can jump on this ride. You know, when I'm talking, they're just like, oh, you're so excited. I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand where this train is heading. And the people, when I tell you my village is dope, you know, I'm a 90s kid, so I use that word a lot. My village is dope.
That's a great word.
Yeah, this is part of the reasons why my village is dope. You know, I've built some great relationships with some great people. And this journey right now, I'm so super excited about it.
Me too.
So, you know, the boss.
There's only people like you I want to talk to, by the way, because that's as excited as I am. the funniest thing is I actually felt like 2021 was going to be like 2021, at midnight, like I felt like, it was like, poof, it was going to change. And honestly, not that it physically changed, but I felt it. You know what I mean? Like, I know it. I'm like you. And I've talked to a few amazing women today doing incredible things that we're going to be working on. But it's like, I only want to be around the energy you give me right now. That only energy, don't bring me no bad news.
In me, I would not call people
no
in.
Bad day. I want you to go down low.
No, but I'm super excited.
Me too.
I've grown, within the past 2 years, I would say. And I always also go back, of course, my personal relationship with God, but also going through Acumen Fellowship. Just kind of learning about myself and learning about the part that I need to play in not just Liberia, but Africa. And I'm so excited about this journey. Oof, man, 2021.
I love that. I hope everybody, and you know what I like about your energy, which I think is great. And that's, I love the energy of success. I love the energy of drive. I love that your energy sounds like you believe in yourself. Your energy sounds like it's collaborative. It doesn't sound arrogant. It just sounds like, I'm going. I found my tools. My tool was what I needed to do to get to God. That's honestly what it is. And I am there for you. I am cheering you on. I'm celebrating you because I feel it for you. I am seeing what you're doing. I'm watching it all happen. And it's so funny because contrary to maybe what other people may think, this is a journey you've been on for a while, Matu. Where you are right now didn't start yesterday.
No.
Your role in the chambers, your support to small businesses, you're showing up for women all the time. You're putting yourself out there for advocacy and doing things out the box with your vagina monologues in a country like Liberia. Just so much, so much. And you've been consistent. And I applaud you more than, trust me, I appreciate you. If nobody tells you, I do.
Yeah. And thank you for always supporting. Okay. Guys, let me tell you, find a village that's as dope as mine. I brag about my village. Find a freaking village that's it's very dope, just like mine. But Barkue, thank you so much for joining. Say hi to the babies and my future husband.
Lord Jesus, he feel like he ain't get no Christmas gift. You went to America, well, he says he doesn't have a problem with you and him not getting a gift. He wants to know. He said mom didn't get a gift. You got to buy the mom gift. So. I'll be peeping my shirt.
Well, tell him I'm coming in the what
you can see my shirt. Purpose, impact, results. That's right. That's what we're all about at MBL. Connect with me, please, on my Instagram. It's at Barkue, Barkue. It's just my name. And from there, you can get the MBL Boss Lady stuff. You can get the MBL stuff, the Africa Luxury feed, so much. The Capitol Room, the Capitol Room is now an event space for rental. So if you want to have a dope party with the best views, so many different rooms, take advantage of that.
Beautiful. It's probably the best view.
For the photo shoots, for everything. So, take advantage of where you find yourself. Matu, this was great. I really do appreciate it. This was so much fun. I'm not as fearless as you think, but I do it scared. Bottom line is I do it.
You are fearless. You fearless. Yeah. You ill, yeah. You want it. You want I title. You want to say it for you. You fearless.
I'll take it. Bring it on.
All right, Barkue. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Yes, enjoy.
All right, you too.